So today there was a quest at Reset for a person at Victorious Visions. I think I'm saying that right. Helsum, I'm sorry if I said that wrong. That had a quest, and it was just a little short quest, and I think he worked primarily on the expansion Warmind back in year 1 of Destiny 2, and its quest launched on Mars, so that was pretty cool. And they had a little cool lore tab, and they gave you an exotic cipher from just going to Mars, right, and going to a certain location in the Arroyo Reach. Is like a secret room. You can easily search up on YouTube on that little quest. It was really small, guys. It was just going there and holding square on something and then going back to Anna Bray, and you guys would be able to get an exotic cipher. So in today's video, we're just going to go over on what you guys should use your exotic cipher for. So there's 5 exotics that you guys can use it on. If you go to the Cryptarch in the tower, you guys can get a choose of Leviathan's Breath, Ariana's Vow, Bastion, Symmetry, and Devil's Ruin. Now, I'm not totally sure, I'm speculating here, like Heir Apparent and Fourth Horseman might come back with an exotic cipher thing in the future, like these exotics have, but I'm just talking about those new players that are trying to find out what exotic they should get. And of course, you would need 100k Glimmer, 200 different destination material, different per the different exotics, and 3 enhancement prisms. And hopefully, if you guys did the Nightfall that happened last week, you guys would get double rewards. But you easily can go to Banshee for the enhancement prisms from enhancement cores, and there's easily a lot of guides out there for enhancement cores. The 200 destination materials and the 100k Glimmer go to the Spider in the Tangled Shore, and he can give those for other stuff, so you can trade those in to get that stuff. So you already have all the resources for these exotics. So we're gonna go in and talk about each of these exotics. So the one I would recommend the most is Ariana's Vow. Ariana's Vow, this weapon fires special shield piercing ammunition. It comes with a scope, strong against barrier champions. Sorry about that. Strong against barrier champions. I absolutely recommend this exotic. This is amazing for champions in Nightfalls and all those nightmares and stuff like that. And I recommend this because, guys, you guys are going to see champions for a while in Destiny, and Ariana's Vow is the perfect exotic out of all these that I think is the most helpful for you. So if you want to give it to you short, yes, Ariana's Vow is the best out of all these 5 options. But there's still fun exotics. If you don't want Ariana's Vow for the champions, Bastion would come in second, with this weapon charged to fire 3 spreads of kinetic slugs. If you are a new player, if you're a player to the Crucible lately, you would see this weapon, and if you were a player last season, you would see this. This was one of the top god weapons in the Crucible, and it still is at some extent, but it's not too crazy. You're going to see this a lot in the Crucible. Bastion, amazing fusion rifle. So if you a fusion rifle, it technically is, yeah. If you guys feel like you want to have an exotic for PvP, Bastion is your go-go. Like, I'm telling you, this thing is amazing. Consumes special, and it is in the primary slot, even though it contains special ammo. But yeah, the Bastion is an amazing weapon if you're looking for that PvP style. The other exotic I would see the most is Devil's Ruin and Leviathan's Breath. Those are okay. Like, you know what? Leviathan's Breath and Symmetry are probably the worst 2 options out of this. You might see this, guys, in the future. Like, I don't know, really. Maybe this might stay for a while, and you guys will pick it up later in the future. I don't know, but I just feel like those exotics, out of the 3rd option, if you wanted to know, I would say Devil's Ruin. It's probably the most funnest exotic, too, though, with Bastion in the Crucible. A lot of people hate this in the Crucible. But this thing can also help in PvE with staggering champions as well. So this is also amazing in PvE, but Ariana's Vow is better at ways because this is unstoppable champions. This is for Devil's Ruin, and you can Ariana's Vow, which I feel like it's more powerful, and Ariana's Vow can be used in the Crucible a little bit, not best though. But yeah, Symmetry and Leviathan's Breath, are just exotics that I don't recommend to you guys. They're not too crazy, they're not too awesome, really not. And I think after, if you do guys pick up this exotic, you guys will be able to progress its exotic catalyst. The only exotic catalyst I don't think out of this one, Leviathan's Breath doesn't have one, Ariana's Vow does have one, Bastion does not have one, Symmetry does have one, and Devil's Ruin does not have one. So yeah, Ariana's Vow and Symmetry, if you pick up one of those 2 exotics, you will be able to progress its Catalyst as well, a Banshee, I think, the next time we get into Destiny 2 if you don't have those exotics. So my recommendation, Ariana's Vow or Devil's Room for PvE and Bastion for PvP. But again, those are my opinions as what I think you guys should use for the exotic Cipher. Hope you guys did enjoy this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.